don't feel right about today. I forget what all she said, but in essence, she looked at me and said, I really don't feel right about today. Take family time. I still had family time left from when we had the baby. And I looked at my wife and I said, sweetheart, this is my job. This is what I do. Nothing will happen to me. I had that S on my chest. So often we have the superhero syndrome in EMS and other organizations, and that day I had it. I should have listened to the woman's intuition, but I didn't. I kissed my wife and my little baby girl goodbye, not knowing what was in store for me that morning. I started down the local highway there in Concord. We lived in Concord at the time. I started down I-85. Lo and behold, traffic was at a dead stop. I called the supervisor, which was Bobby Frazes at the time. I said, Bobby, this is Tim. I'm coming to work. I don't know what time I'll get there, but I promise you I'll get there. I called my partner. Told my partner this is where I'm at. He was stuck on I-85 just ahead of me. I called my wife and told her what was happening. And finally, my partner called me back and said, Tim, if there's any way you can get off the interstate, get off. I haven't moved in, I think it was like 2 hours or so, or 2.5 hours. And it was possible. When I got off the interstate at the Sugar Creek Road exit, and I started down the surface road. Red flags should have been going up, but it didn't mean anything to me, because I got down to about Grand Street and there was a tractor trailer that was jackknifed. I had to turn around and basically work my way into downtown back up to the medic station. Showed up to work about 3.5 hours later. The partner that I was supposed to work with was still stuck on 85, so Bobby puts Bobby Suarez and I together. Bobby's a 15-year veteran. At the time, I'm a 10-year veteran. Both crew chiefs. Bobby and I were checking off the truck, and we actually got into a little argument because he wanted me to be the crew chief of the day. And I said, no, you got seniority, man. It's your truck. So we finally decided whoever was sitting in the passenger seat would handle the car. And that's what we did. We checked up 10-8 and we headed off. We got posted at Lake Norman. Bobby and I was doing the jig in the truck because we were happy, and we got a call. A guy wrecked his car about 2.5 hours prior to calling 911. We answered it. Bobby puts him in the back of the truck. We take the patient to Lake Norman Regional. Bobby takes the patient in, and I'm hungry at this point, so I eat my lunch that I had. I wait for Bobby for about 45 minutes, and finally he came out. We checked available, and we get posted at Lake Norman again. Now Bobby and I was excited because you guys know we don't see Lake Norman 2 times in a row. So that day we were excited. So Bobby stops at Wendy's, and he gets his lunch. We go into the station. He's about ready to eat that big old juicy hamburger he just got. And lo and behold, guess what happens? Tones go off. This time it's for a minor accident on I-77. Bobby and I are mumbling and grumbling as we answer the call. We're driving. Actually, Bobby was driving that night. And as we're going up the interstate, we see the 2 vehicles on the southbound side. In the emergency lane, 2 females walking around. We go up to the next exit and we get turned around. We parked about 20 to 25 feet away from the initial impact. We go up to our patients. The one patient that I had a small laceration on her nose, and I had her step over the guardrail. If you could picture this in your mind, there was a Jeep Cherokee, a Mercedes SUV. The Jeep Cherokee was pointing this direction, the guardrail was here, the Mercedes facing it, then our truck about 20 feet away. I was standing between the Jeep Cherokee and the guardrail. I was about ready to walk back to my truck, and I can tell you 1 second means life or death. Because the way I was going to do this, I was going to walk around the Jeep on the highway side and go to my truck. And if I would have done that, I would not be standing here today. I would have been killed instantly. But the girl leaned over the guardrail and she said something to me. To this day, I do not know what she said. As she was leaning over, I heard Bobby yell out, Tim, look out, our truck's being hit. And it gave me enough time to turn around and hold out my arm. And I saw my own ambulance coming straight to me. The windows of the truck were actually exploding outward. And I was struck. I was struck by a fully loaded 18-wheeler, my medic truck, a Mercedes SUV, and the Jeep Cherokee. I was then drugged 64 feet down the guardrail. Bobby in the hospital later on told me that, Tim, he said, you look like a rag doll going down the guardrail. And the trailer park was jackknifing, and for some reason it went back around, it hit the upper part of your body, and that's when your body and your legs separated from each other. And the highway patrol report said I went another 25 feet over the guardrail. I never lost consciousness. I can tell you everything that happened except for going down the guardrail. Whenever I landed on my back, I was trying to crawl back to my truck. My right leg was amputated at the knee, just below the knee. They took it off above the knee later. But my left leg took the damage. Whenever I sat up, my femur bone was sticking straight up in the air, and I could actually see my own pelvis. And I was trying to crawl because I did not know if anybody else was hurt. Bobby came running up to me and said, Tim, don't move, Bobby, don't move. And the first questions that I had were, Bobby, is there anybody else hurt? No, Tim, you're the only one. Then I looked at Bobby and I said, Bobby, call my wife. Because I knew, as a paramedic, I was probably going to die. I got some video I'm going to show you of that day. And it's going to be the actual call-in that my wife took, and then also the volunteers that were on scene. Go ahead, Doug.
I have some breaking news to tell you about. This happened about an hour and a half ago. You're looking at a live picture from Airstar 6. This is I-77 southbound near the Davidson exit. A terrible accident. They have closed off I-77 southbound there. Our Stuart Watson is in Airstar 6. He brings us up to date, Stuart.
John, as we zoom in from Airstar 6, this medic, as I understand it, was working an accident on the side of the road when the blue 18-wheeler at the top of your screen plowed